welcome to Let's Play Gran Turismo 2, episode 21. So now that the FR challenge is now complete, I've now decided, of course, that, well, essentially for the next cup, which of course is going to be the luxury sedan cup, you know, license requirement-wise, is essentially going to be the next cup I'll do. I've already decided over which car I want to use for the next event, and surprisingly, for the first time in this game, the car I'm using is not a Japanese car. Or I'm not purchasing a Japanese car for this next event. So I'm gonna head down to South City, and also I'm gonna head over to Ford, you know, essentially because, well, I had to look through to see what typical opponents there are for this next event, the Luxury Sedan Cup, aka the Luxury 4-Door Cup if you are playing the PAL version like I am, and I decided I was gonna get this, the Ford Taurus SHO, and for reasons why, well, because I wanted to. Also, essentially because, well, I know precisely what it is I'm going to do with this thing. So, having a look what colours are available. Oh, doesn't look too bad in silver. Fuck it, I'll get it in red. You know, because why the hell not? And well, of course, tuning wise, well, I don't think I really need to do a lot to this thing officially, but well, I'm still gonna put some tuning on anyway, you know, just because I might as well. Just to give myself a couple of horses maybe, and 292. I think that should do me, even though I shall have a look to see how much the computer chip gives me. Okay, 302, but I think I'll be okay with what I have. And let's head over to race 1, driving my Ford Taurus. Also because, well, as far as I know, this is officially the first time in the game I'm actually driving a Ford in this game. And only the second time I'm actually driving a car that is not Japanese. And so the max horsepower cap is 394 for the first race, 493 for the third race, and 591 for the final race. So we are heading to Rome City Course, Special Stage Route 5 for the third time in a row, and High Speed Ring for our final race. So we are probably going to need to do some grinding, but hopefully if it's possible I won't end up spending too much on this thing. But anyways, let's head over to race 1 at the Rome City Course, driving my 99 Ford Taurus. Just gonna check something to see if I'm still in it. Yes, I am. And let's head over to the Rome City Course, where officially our chariots shall ignite. And yes, I did just use the words, and yes, I did just use the word chariots. We've got a Mercedes in this event. We also have a, oh, okay. I completely underestimated the long gearing this thing has. But essentially overall, I chose this car, you know, just because, well, I wanted to. Also because essentially overall, I like to be different. So we've got a Mercedes in this event. We've also got a BMW, I think that is, unless it's a Dodge Intrepid probably. We also have a Audi S4 along with an Alpha 166, I think that is. Whilst I, of course, am now up into third. And I completely underestimated the long gearing this thing has. But anyways, I am currently in second at the moment. And things at the moment more or less going the way I was expecting it to. FYI. Whilst I am currently running in second. And I probably need to change the transmission on this thing as well. Maybe. And well, the reason why I chose the Taurus is, well, essentially, you know, just because I wanted to. And that's a wall. Yep, okay. This car's gearing is super long. And that is an Audi S4 I just overtook there. Even though obviously I did not think my gearing range was going to be this long. I think it's probably a 5-speed, but again, it kind of feels like a 4-speed, as I am now up into the lead of this thing for the first time. And well, essentially overall, the main reason I chose the Taurus as well, you know, because, well, I wanted to. Well, I may have lost probably more than 40 grand over this thing, but again, it is a thing I was wanting to use, and essentially overall, it is a simplified way for me to officially say that I am actually using a sedan for this event. Or a state, if your name is Chris Harris from Top Gear. And I'm going to win race 1 driving my Ford Taurus, as I think pretty much all of these cars are probably German, except for the Alpha and the Dodge, to my correction. So we had a Audi S4 in this event, 2 of them in fact, a Mercedes-Benz AMG C43 along with an Alfa Romeo 166 and a Dodge Intrepid were officially in this event. As the cars we were competing against in this event. As I of course am now up to 15 grand. And well, now of course it is time for us to do some more tuning. For the second event. Oh, wait a minute, I did not mean to go over there. We're going down to South City for our tuning. And I'm going to head over to the tyre department and see if I can get some softs. And yes, I can, which also furthermore is an insight of saying that, well, I am now completely broke, as I now have only half a grand left with this thing. And so, officially overall, yeah, we are definitely going to need to do some more grinding. But anyway, let's head back over to the special events and officially get on with our second race, which is taking place at Special Stage Route 5. And because I spent my money on the tyres, I am starting to wonder, of course, if it was really worth it for me to officially sacrifice most of my money for grip. But we shall wait and find out. It's now time for Race 2 at Special Stage Route 5. Because even though my car is underpowered, I also have a lot of overpowered grip, essentially, which hopefully overall is precisely what will get me to victory. Even though I will need to conduct some more tuning, and I'll probably need to do this race more than once, dependent on the value that I can officially get with this thing. And I also forgot about the long gearing as well with this thing, but anyways. Currently at the back in my underpowered grippy boy, as we have another Dodge Intrepid with a Mercedes-AMG C43, a Skyline GTR I think that is, along with there also being a Beamer, as well as another Merc, from what I can tell up here. And surprisingly overall, we do have success at the moment. For the moment we are successful because we have a grippy boy. Underpowered, yes, but it is definitely our grippy boy. And the reason why I chose the Taurus is essentially because, well, I dare to be different. Also because essentially overall, I will also need to do some more grinding before the next event. But hopefully if it's possible, I can probably sell the sedans for a reasonable value. So, you know, there is that. And the Beamer is closing in, but I've managed to hold him off for the lead at the end of lap 1. I managed to fend him off for the lead, and I would imagine the end of this race is probably going to be a drag race. Regarding the circumstances of how I think the circumstances will play out in the closing stages of this race. Because let me tell you, that Merc is fast. That is one speedy Merc right there. But I am hoping I do have enough to go the distance. Even though obviously race 3 I would imagine is going to be a bit of a struggle. But of course I am still giving my best of attempts in trying to win this. Driving my Ford Taurus, and it looks like on this occasion I may just be able to win it. Even though these AI are closing in, I'll still win anyway. Gonna be a drag race. I have won the drag race ahead of the Dodge Intrepid. was in second. Okay, so in this field we had another Ford Taurus SHO, which was eventually last in this race. A Nissan Skyline R33 GTR 4-door version from 97. Another Mercedes-Benz AMG C43 and a BMW 7 Series for this event. Well, I would imagine the final race is going to be a bit of a struggle, knowing me of course. So, £6,000 for winning, and well, I'm now going to give myself a thumbnail. So don't need the top one because I've already got that one sorted. And now of course this is part number 21. Essentially. And before we move on to race 3, even though I do have the grip to win, I am wondering, of course, if my car has enough of it to win. So, gonna head back over to the South City region, and I'm basically going to head over to the tuning section and put on some weight reduction, since I might as well do that, and well, cannot afford another one. And also, for all of you out there that are subsequent NASCAR fans, this is officially delivery you get of the Taurus. Now, I know this is not delivery many of you are probably expecting, but again, because I'm playing the PAL version, unfortunately, the Mark Martin livery is only available in the NTSC version of the game, since, well, subsequently because of licensing issues, they couldn't officially put the Valvoline number 6 livery from 99 on the thing itself, unfortunately. And well, now I am going to see if I can get some more, and no I cannot. Which means of course that, well, I probably need to do some grinding, but hopefully if it's possible I can at least get some more horsepower, since obviously I do have some more grip. Even though obviously I probably shouldn't have selected the Taurus, but well, fuck it. It's just a choice I chose to take, and essentially overall there really isn't anything else I can do about it. Unless I have to reload the game, but you know, we'll just wait and see. It is now time for the third and final race of the Luxury 4-Door Cup, or Sedan Cup if you are playing the NTSC version, as it is realistically known, at High Speed Ring. And I also really don't know why it says High Speed Link down there. But again, I'm assuming because this game itself was obviously a mess during development in the 11th hour, I would probably imagine many of them didn't have time to actually alter that. But anyways, let's head to race 3 and see if I can win it. Even though I will probably not, but we shall wait and see. Okay, so my first attempt obviously didn't work, but fortunately for me at least, I do still have the legacy, and essentially overall, I decided I was not going to do the same event in the Wagon Cup once or twice, but I did it 3 times. so I can officially give myself a reasonable amount of money. So now of course I'm going to head over to my garage and sell these 3 Stagias once again because I actually do need the money. And I would imagine I'm probably going to be doing this Okay, let me start over. I am probably going to be doing this more often as I progress through this game. And well, essentially overall, I'm now going to switch back to the Taurus, and I am going to do some more tuning, because that is important. And I should probably also replace the transmission, you know, because, well, this thing has very long gearing, and I figure, of course, that essentially, if I replace the gearbox, then I may be able to get some more acceleration. And that is precisely what I'm going to purchase. And that's about probably all I need to purchase from the drivetrain department. Well, I might as well put on the Stage 2 tuning engine, since I have a feeling I will probably not be getting the turbo. And no, I cannot. Damn. So I'm gonna get myself a Stage 2 tuning engine, since that's probably the most powerful I can get it at. And is there anything else I can get? 13 horsepower. Haven't I got a port grinding on? Oh, no I don't. Well, I'll put this on, you know, just because why the hell not? And as for engine balancing, no, don't think I need that one. Have I got the computer chip on? Yes I do. And I think, since I've already got the grip, I might as well do a Stage 2 weight reduction, you know, just to give myself a little bit more control over the weight of this thing. And I've already revealed to you guys the racing mod, so that doesn't matter. And as for the muffler, I've still got on the racing muffler. So hopefully, if it's possible this time, I might have a more competitive chance of possibly winning this event this time. Especially considering I've probably spent more than 70 grand on this thing, but anyways. This is now attempt number 2 of race 3 in the Luxury 4-Door Cup. Hopefully we shall be more successful this time. Even though obviously, I would imagine most of my opponents are probably in the 500 horsepower range. And well, I of course am going to see... Oh, yeah, of course, that's how I do it. Just doing that, you know, just to give my car some acceleration as well as speed, and hopefully, if it's possible, I can be a bit more successful this time. But anyways, this is now attempt number 2 of race 3. Hopefully, we will have a more competitive chance this time. But I do emphasize the word hopefully. Well, acceleration is definitely proving to be an improvement this time, you know, because I put on the fully customizable gearbox, since I figured I was probably going to need that for the transmission. And I'm now down the inside of the Aristo, and my car is much better this time than it was on the previous attempt, because I'm already up into second, and I actually didn't need to use the wall that time just to get myself up there. But anyways, I have a bit more acceleration in this thing right now, and that is a Jag XJ alongside the Audi. Because even though these AI are pretty much within the over the 400 horsepower range, surprisingly overall I'm actually going better on this attempt than I thought I was going to, at least according to my expectations, and those three just hit the wall. I think all the AI just hit the wall there. Meanwhile, I am still leading at the moment, and I could very well be on my way to victory if I do not make any further mistakes. With me and my SHO Ford Taurus. Reasons why I chose this thing as well, because I dare to be different. And there we go, it is victory in race 3, after eventually getting some more tuning done to this thing, and also after some money grinding done with the Wagon Cup. So we had an Audi S4 in this event with a Mercedes-Benz AMG E55, a Jag XJ Sport, along with a Toyota Aristo V300, and a Dodge Intrepid was at the back of the grid for this race. So eventually, after some money grinding, it is possible to win this event using a Taurus. And now of course I'm going to save the game, because obviously I did have to do some grinding with my legacy in order to officially succeed with this event, and surprisingly we have managed to find success. After some money grinding. Just before I leave... Yep, I do have a replay. Okay. Just had to be sure of that. But anyways. There we go. The Luxury 4-Door Cup, aka Luxury Sedan Cup, is now complete. As next up will officially be the 80s Sports Car Cup. Let's now head to our home. So, eventually, after some money grinding with the Wagon Cup once again and my Subaru Legacy, I have officially managed to tune up my Taurus up to winning form for the final race at High Speed Ring, especially considering I was going to be struggling. But anyways, from our first race, we have won a Honda Accord Type R in Vesuvio red. Very nice. Very nice indeed. From the second race, we win a Toyota Chaser TRD Sports X30 in Super White 2. It's a nice looking thing, this is. Not gonna lie. And from the third race, we win a Nissan Skyline GTR 4-door. or tech version tuned by Turismo. And we can actually sell this car for a reasonable value as well. 12,500, that is reasonable. But anyways, there we go. So, in the end of it all, that was the Luxury Sedan Cup. Next up, we are going to be travelling back in time. Travelling back, of course, to Japanese cars of the 1980s. And so, with that, stay tuned for more GT2.